ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण, कैंटो 9, chapter 24, texts 60 and 61. In the word 61 is there, so you can recite that. Kalo janisyamananam dukkha soka tamonudam अनुग्रहाय भक्तानां सुपुण्यं व्यतनोद्यसः. You can read the text 60 also, just recitation. कर्माणि अपरिमयाणि मनस्यापि सुरेश्वरै सह संकर्षणश्चक्रे भगवान मधुसूदनः. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, with the cooperation of Sankarsana Balaram, performed activities beyond the mental comprehension of even such personalities as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. For instance, Krishna arranged the battle of Kurukshetra to kill many demons for the relief of this entire world. Text 61. Kalo janisyamananam dukkha sokatamonudam anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam vyatanodyasah. Word meaning: Kalo, in this age of Kali, janisyamananam, of the conditioned souls who will take birth in future, dukkha sokatamonudam, to minimize their unlimited unhappiness and lamentation which are caused by their ignorance. Anugrahaya, just to show mercy. Bhaktanam, to the devotees. Supunyam, very pious and transcendental activities. Vyatanot, expanded. Yasaha is glories or reputation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: to show causeless mercy to the devotees who would take birth in the future in this age of Kali, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna acted in such a way that simply by remembering Him one will be freed from all the lamentation and unhappiness of material existence. In other words, He acted so that all future devotees, by accepting the instructions of Krishna consciousness stated in Bhagavad Gita, could be relieved from the pangs of material existence. Purport: The Lord's activities of saving the devotees and killing the demons, paritranaya sadhunam, vinasaya cha diskritinam, take place side by side. Krishna actually appears for the deliverance of the sadhus or bhaktas, but by killing the demons, he shows them mercy also. For anyone killed by Krishna is liberated, whether the Lord kills or gives protection. He is kind to both the demons and devotees. Hare Krishna. So today is also the beginning of Chaturmasya. So Dharmatama Prabhu first told me to speak something about Chaturmasya, and then I can take the test. Yeah. So Chaturmasya, the name you can say 4 months together. Each year, these 4 months is coming only in rainy season. And from time immemorial, from Vedic time, all these sadhus, saints, and not only sadhu sannyasis, all grades of people, those who have little understanding of scripture, they will follow these 4 months of this rainy season for their spiritual upliftment. They have to do some niyam seva. Actually, what they used to do in Chaturmas is coming only in rainy season, the 4 months of rainy season. And when the rainy season starts for 4 months, nowadays we are in advanced country, so many bridges, dams, many things are there, but previously there are no dams, all the rivers are flowing fluently, and there was no bridge over rivers. So then even whoever, they can travel. Muddy place, and also insects they will burn, and many sprouting will come. So nobody wants to travel in this rainy season. Anyway, even now also, the first class road, everything, even you go out, see rainy season, we will stay somewhere. We can travel, it is not good travel in rainy season. So usually, those who are traveling mendicants, and sadhus, they will stay these 4 months in one place. Not only because of muddy, and there was in rainy season, even the boatman, they will not, because the rivers will flow like in full current. They can't also. So for the rainy season, all traveling stop. They will stay in one place. And staying in one place, they will follow some kind of particular rules and regulation for their spiritual upliftment. And what the rules and regulation? Especially chanting and hearing. This should be the rules and regulations. Though this in 4 months, 4 things are banned for eating. In first month, green leaf, then dahi, doodh, and udad dal, these 4 things. This is for the sake, but they will take prasad one time, and other time busy in chanting and hearing. But nowadays, wide facilities are there. You can travel around. Even you can go by plane, no need of touching the ground. You can go on the top of the cloud even. So, but it is for these previous ages that usually people will not travel, stay in one place, and staying in one place, so they will perform some spiritual activities. And this is called Chaturmas. Wherever the saintly person will go, Chaturmas starts means they will not travel, they will stay there. Any village or any place, they will stay for 4 months. We see in Bhagavatam, in Naradji Prasang, in first canto Bhagavatam, that these Vedantis, they come and stay there for 4 months. And that's why Narada became Narada. He took that opportunity. The mother of Narada, she was serving them. And Narada took that opportunity and became Narada in these 4 months. And also, we see Chaturmas, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while he was traveling in South India, he arrived in Rangakhetra, Trisirapalli. At that time Chaturmas starts, Harisayani Ekadasi, and he starts and he stayed there. Venkat Bhatta, he invited to stay in his house for 4 months because Chaturmas you can travel, so why not to stay here? So Mahaprabhu agreed to stay in his home for 4 months, and what he was doing? 4 months, daily routine, he used to take bath in Kaveri and go to Ranganath Darshan, chanting and dancing, then come and accept prasadam in every one. There are so many Brahmana Vaishnavas around Rangakhetra. Everybody used to invite Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu go to one place every day. Some people say, no, Chaturmas will not go to somebody's house to take prasad. But Mahaprabhu used to take every day, 120 days. Every day in Chaturmas he will go somebody's house to accept prasad. And most of the time he will be busy in Krishna Katharas, in speaking Krishna. He will give class every day, afternoon till evening. Mahaprabhu used to give class, and all these Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, they will come together and to hear from Mahaprabhu. They did not know that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but by seeing his Rupa, by seeing his nature, by seeing lecture, they all attracted and used to come to hear the 4 months, and he stayed there. Prabhupada wrote in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Sri Madhavendra Puri, after this Chandan Yatra, he stayed in Ramuna, and when the Chaturmas starts, then he went to Puri again. And whole 4 months he stayed in Puri again. Chaturmas he did in Puri. Grishma Kala Ante Puna Nilachale Gela, Nilachale Chaturmasya Anande Rahila. At the end of summer, Madhavendra Puri returned to Jagannath Puri, where he remained with great pleasure during the whole period of Chaturmasya. Purport. The Chaturmasya period begins in the month of Ashadha, June, July, from the day of Ekadasi, called Sun Ekadasi. In the fortnight of the waxing moon, the period ends in the month of Kartik, October, November, on the Ekadasi day known as Utthana Ekadasi. In the fortnight of waxing moon, this 4-month period is known as Chaturmasya. Some Vaishnavas also observe it from the full moon day of Ashadha until the full moon day of Kartik. That is also period of 4 months. This period, calculated by the lunar months, is called Chaturmasya, but others also observe Chaturmasya according to the solar month, from Shravana to Kartik. The whole period, either lunar or solar, takes place during the rainy season. Chaturmasya should be observed by all sections of population. It does not matter whether one is Grihastha or a Sannyasi. The observance is obligatory for all ashramas. The real purpose behind the vow taken during these 4 months is to minimize the quantity of sense gratification. This is not very difficult. In the month of Shravana, one should not eat spinach. In the month of Bhadra, one should not eat yogurt. And in the month of Ashwina, one should not drink milk. One should not eat fish or other non-vegetarian food during the month of Kartik. A non-vegetarian diet means fish and meat. Similarly, Masura dal and Urad dal are also considered as non-vegetarian. In Bengali they say mas bada, maskolai. These 2 dals contain a great amount of protein, and food rich in protein is considered non-vegetarian. He is saying that's why that soybean, these foods which is rich in protein, they are considered as non-veg. On the whole, during the 4-month period of Chaturmasya, one should practice giving up all food intended for sense enjoyment. That's what Prabhupada told. This is Chaturmasya. You should give up high protein food and take light food and simple food. Niyam seva, they used to say in saintly language, Niyam seva, Chaturmas Niyam seva. They will not, some Niyam they will take, will not save our master Acharya here. That is only Niyam. Some Niyam they will not use sabun or oil, they will not cut their nails and all that. Maladharana, they will not clean their body. Some they will take only fruits, some will milk anyway, they will, because Hari Sayana and to Hari Utthana, the Mahavishnu used to sleep for 4 months. So in Kirasagara, so that's a no milk and no milk item. Milk should be provided because in Kirasagara, the Vishnu will sleep. So if you take milk, then he will get disturbed. So that's a no milk items. But we are taking in milk not there, then we will take paneer, sweet rice. We have using our intelligence. Anyway, but milk and milk products should be provided. No more protein. So somehow or other, but it is says that no fasting or no foods, because we see in Bhagavatam, in fast canto also, when Naraji was there with the Vedantis are 4 Kumaras. The 4 Kumaras, they were performing Chaturmas. It is mentioned that what they are eating not mentioned, but it is mentioned that Sakruteva Kilbise, that Naraji took their remnants once from their pattal and eat it. And somewhere it is mentioned that it was sweet rice. Maybe they used milk, I don't know. But some special item they have, yes, Naraji took something item, but they were eating. Nice item they are offering to Lord and they are eating. But most of the time, chanting and hearing. So that's why Narad, though he was a 5-year-old boy, he got lot of strength from them by hearing Krishna Katha, by Kirtan. He got surcharged and become Narad. So that should be the main business in this 4 months. We should increase our hearing and chanting. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told the 4 months he stayed in Venkat Bhatta house in Krishna Katha Rase Guayanu Chaturmase. The 4 months only, maybe 4 hours class every day. Mahaprabhu himself used to take class for 4 hours a day. And rest of the time going to temple, chanting, dancing, taking mantra, all that. And he was taking once in a day meal. So taking prasad once in a day and giving more time in classes. That is the observance of Chaturmas. But in this year 2020, I think whole world, they are not only following Chaturmas many months. Starting from March onwards, they cannot travel forcibly. Even if there is so much facilities of traveling, but all locked down. They can't go out. The securities are not allowing us to go out. Not in, not out. So we are all locked inside the room. What to do? Whatever available we eat, and most of the time chanting, reading, and online classes are going on. But at that time, online or internet was not available. So whoever was coming, security was not checking, they will come and classes were going on. Bhagavad Kathas and all that. But now these Kathas will go on in online. Many classes everywhere in the whole world, online is very much active nowadays. Zoom classes and all these classes. So this is what we should do in staying in one place and put our time into chanting and hearing. That we are doing anyway. In 2020, so what? 4 months, many months we are doing, already 4 months passed. We don't know how many months again we have to do this. So, that is about Chaturmasya. So, anyway, Chaturmasya should be performed in rainy season, but we have already, summer season Chaturmas we have already performed. So now again rainy season Chaturmas we have to do, but this year 5th Mass will come, this Purushottama Mass is coming in between Chaturmas. So anyway 4 months we have to, most of the year we are staying in one place, no travelling and only indoor preaching, indoor class, whatever. So that's how we started Bhakti Shastri, at least some more hearing and something will happen, Shastra Seva. So anyway, now we can come to this verse of Bhagavatam. Here, in this part, in the text 60, day before yesterday, Prabhuji was discussing the verse 59, where it is described that even some demoniac kings, they are increasing their military beyond necessary, and the Lord used to kill them for their benefit. Abhara to Bhubhara avatar, to take the burden of the earth. So he was killing them. Oh, there is a discussion between what is the load in the earth. Because the earth itself, if population is increased, this is not the load on the earth. Because the population is coming, this is out of Panchabhuta. The Panchabhuta is already there, either in the form of material or form of man, human being. There is not load there in the earth. Giri, Sari, Sindhu, Bhara, Nahi, Maura. This is not the load in the earth. The load is actually Paradrohi, the envy is the real load. This demoniac people, they are very much envious. So that is the bhar on the earth. So Lord used to take care of that. So now in the verse 60 he is saying, Karmani aparimayani manasyapi sureswarai. The karma, the aparimayani, without comprehension, without our imagination, even if our mind, by whose mind? Sureswarai. The demigods like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, they cannot figure it out by their mind, even by their imagination. What they are doing? Who? Na saha sankarshana chakri bhagavan madhusudana. Uhiti sankarshana. Madhusudana, the Visheshan adjective given Bhagavan. Madhusudana is not ordinary, he is Bhagavan Madhusudana. So Bhagavan, Krishna and Rama, Krishna Balaram, they are Bhagavan. What they are doing, their activities cannot be conceived, cannot be comprehended, even by the imagination, even by the mind, by Brahma and Shiva, who we are. Nothing. We should not think of even that. Even Bhishmadev, when he was instructing to Yudhishthira Maharaj, he told Yudhishthira, next to you, the person standing next to you, you are thinking he is your brother, maternal uncle brother, something like that. What is it? No, maternal uncle, this. His brother, the son of maternal uncle, I think. Isn't it? In a Mamera Bhai. English mein what they said? Uncle son? Maternal uncle son. In this way you have to tell. So this person standing next to you, you are thinking himself as your brother, but don't think he is your brother. He is showing, behaving as a brother, but he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he is the cause of everything, cause of all causes. Now all this happened, now yes, of course, and why? Now don't ask why to him. A special warning I am telling, don't ask why to him. And Bhishmadev is telling to everybody, not only to Yudhishthira, nobody should dare to ask Krishna, why you are doing this. No, we have no right. He is the Supreme. He is the Supreme Boss. Nobody has any right, even Brahma and Shiva also, they cannot ask why. He is supreme independent. He can do whatever he wants. That's what he is saying. Karmani aparimayani. Suresware, because Bhagavan Madhusudana. With Sankarsana, what he did. Now why they create this Kurukshetra war? And millions of people, they died. Even nowadays, on the Bhagavad Gita, many politicians, many big people, they have commented on Bhagavad Gita. And in Bhagavad Gita commentary, they are saying, this Krishna, who is arranging the battlefield of Kurukshetra, if he is the same Krishna is Lord, we will not accept him as Lord. How come he is Lord? He is arranging this battle where millions of people got killed? No, he can't be Lord. He is merciless, cruel. The commentators of Bhagavad Gita, they are telling. But here in Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, when Brahma and Shiva, they cannot imagine. And what they are saying, in the battle of Kurukshetra, they arranged to kill many demons to relieve the entire world. So, that is Sukadeva Goswami just contemplating to relieve the Bhubhara. So, they arranged this war. But what we people can understand, why Krishna, what he is doing, why he is doing. Then Bhishmadev warned to Yudhishthira Maharaj, I am telling, don't think of why and what he is doing, why he is doing. Now don't dare to think that. I am also, many high grade Rishi Muni, they just try to understand why Lord is doing. So then they got vimohita, bewildered. If somebody just thinking of why he is doing, they will get fully bewildered, totally bewildered. They can't understand. So I am telling you, we are already gone through that phase. So don't think of why he is doing. Then what should I do? Only one thing, surrender. Tameva pahimam saranam gatsa. Whatever you do by your sweet will, we are surrendering. Whatever you do, that you can do. No question, just surrender. That should be our duty. So now, in this verse particularly, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, Kalo janisyamananam. Kalo janisyaman, this in future. That what Lord is doing in these previous verses, Lord has killed many demons and all that, just to take care of the Bhubhar at that time. When Krishna was there in Dwapar Yuga, to take care of the burden, he did that in that time. But what Krishna is doing, he will not do for that particular time. He is, whatever action he will do, it is beyond time. So in future time also it has some effect. What effect now he is telling? Kalo janisyamananam. In the future Kali Yuga, after Dwapar Kali Yuga will come. Krishna was in the end of Dwapar. He knows that after this Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga will come. And Kali Yuga is a totally deteriorated age. All people, degraded people will come. But some devotees will be there. ISKCON will come up. He knows. That's what his Bhagavatam said, Kali janisyamananam. Here it is said, in future, that to show causeless mercy to the devotees who could take birth in future in this age of Kali. See, the devotees who will take birth in age of Kali in future, that is ISKCON. And some other Chatur Sampradaya, you can say whatever. So in pure Kali, ISKCON devotees are throughout the world. In Kali's capital they were. So, and to show their mercy to them in future, devotees, Kalo janisyamananam dukkha soka tamonudam, to take care of their dukkha, soka, their misery, their lamentation and their ignorance. Tama is ignorance, andhakar, tamonudam. Anugrahaya bhaktanam, to show the causeless mercy among them. Supunyam vyatanodjasaha. These activities, Bhagavan Madhusudana with Sankarsana, the Ramakrishna, the Krishna Balaram, performing these kind of activities, not only for the present situation, for the future generation also. In future, in Kali Yuga, if some devotees will come, they will also benefit. They will also get benefited. What kind? How they will get benefited? In the coming verse, it will say that Krishna is doing this particular activities with Balaram. It will be recorded, and the future generation, the devotees, they will hear it. They will hear this pastime of this Lord, and by hearing this pastime through their ear, they will get delivered. So that's why Bhagavatam we have to hear. This is all recorded here, the history, what the pastimes they have done. So just by hearing Bhagavatam, deliverance is guaranteed. So that's why in 10th canto also it is said, Anugrahaya bhaktana manusi tanumasitam bhajate tadrusi krida jasrutva tatparo bhavet. Anugrahaya bhaktanam, here is the same, Anugrahaya bhaktanam, just to show his causeless mercy upon the devotees. Where Krishna has dealing with the devotees only, he has no duty with the demons. Demons he has his duty to kill them. Here Prabhupada in purport saying that two things Krishna used to do side by side, paritranaya sadhunam, vinasaya cha duskritinam. This is cha, the word cha means also. Here Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asked Krishna, "Oh my dear Krishna, why you are coming?" Because Arjuna asked, "Why you are coming? What is the reason why you are coming each yuga?" So Krishna now himself is giving the answer why I am coming. So one of these verses is that, the 4 verses there, why Krishna is coming. Their famous verse, Jada Jada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata bhuttanava dharmasya tadatmanasada. So he is giving all these reasons. When these things will happen, I used to come. This is also one verse out of them. The reason why Krishna is coming. In Bhagavatam, these 10 verses are there in Srila. Why Krishna is coming? What is the reason of his advent? So he is saying this paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskritinam. Why this word? The Krishna's main business, the sole business, the only business is to take care of the devotees. Paritranaya sadhunam. Sadhu paritrana is the only business. But here it says vinasaya. Now that's why the cha word is there. Vinasaya cha duskritinam. Those who are demoniac people, those are duskritina, he is demolishing them, he is killing them also, because this is not his original plan, duty, because if he is coming, also he is doing that side effect. Killing the demons, he is not coming for that. This side effect of sadhu paritrana, he is coming for, because for killing demon, Krishna has not taken the burden. He just sent one unseen virus. The whole world is suffering since months. Why he will come personally and to fight and do these things and to kill some demons? Why? He just do little bit, he can press the delete button there in the Vaikuntha. He has this supercomputer with him in front of him. Press the delete button, finish. All of them will finish. Ananda Koti Brahmanda, everybody will delete it. This he can do by sankalpa matrena. Just by his thinking, just by his sankalpa, he can delete everything. So how you will come personally? No. So for vinasa duskritinam, this is not the goal of Krishna to advent. He is not coming for that. So that's why cha word is there also. Then why he is coming? He is coming only for paritrana sadhunam. The sadhu he cannot do there. He can, by sitting there, he can send supplies and whatever the sadhu needs, whatever the good prasadam, their brahmachari kitchen separate, whatever they can arrange. So facility, they will be happy there. So why problem? What problem they have? they can bring the happy by sitting there. No, sadhus are not happy by just by getting their physical needs. That's it. Just by getting their physical needs, sadhus are not happy. Why sadhus how they will become happy? They want to see the Lord. They want to serve the Lord. They want to put garland on the neck of the Lord. They want to feed Him. They want to dress Him. They want to dance with Him. They want to be with Him. So that cannot be possible if we stay in His house, we will stay in your house. No. They want to be together. Then the sadhu will be happy. That's why Jagannath is coming out of his temple to paritrana sadhunam, to be with his devotees. So, the Lord, Supreme Lord, coming down from his Golok Vrindavan to this earthly planet just to give pleasure to his devotees, because devotees will only get pleasure by seeing the Lord, by serving the Lord, by dancing with the Lord, by hearing from the Lord. All these kinds, it cannot be possible from their online class he cannot give. At that time there was no, he could have arranged internet at that time. He said, I am sending online message, you devotees be happy there. But devotee said, no sir, you have to come here. This online, sometimes Zoom is working, sometimes not working. In Vrindavan also internet problem. So he said, no, you have to come personally. We want to touch you, we want to see you, we want to speak to you, we want to do all these things with you. So you have to come personally. So because to make them happy, Krishna is coming. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita and many other Shastra it is said, Krishna has no work to do. He has nothing, no work for him. Namang karmani lipyanti nacha karma phale spriha. Itimang yo abhijanati karmavi nasabadhyate. If somebody knows that Krishna has no duty to perform, then he will free from karma also. He is no attachment for result of karma, he has no karma. If somebody has no duty to perform, then why he will come? He has no duty because he is supreme boss. He has nothing to do. But if you ask the supreme boss, I am too busy. Supreme Lord Krishna is super busy. Are you don't have any work to do? Yes, I know that. I have no obligation. I have nothing to do. But why you are so busy? No, one thing I am busy so much. What is that? Bhakta vancha purna binu nahi ana karya. There is no other duty, no other obligation without fulfilling the desire of my pure devotee. That's it. And I have unlimited pure devotees. They have different nature, different demands. I have to fulfill them. So I have to come. In different form, different place, different way, I have to come to them. I have to serve them, to make them happy. So that is my only work, only duty, to make my devotee happy. That's why I am coming. That's why I am coming. And when I am dealing with devotees, you can take the devotees to your place and make them happy. That can be. So then why you are coming here? So now he is saying, if you come to happy to stay with the devotee's house, you can do something. Why you are doing all these things? Now doing all these things, not only to make the devotee happy, the devotees are now present, they are becoming happy. I am taking care of the devotees in future also. Because I am coming one day in Brahma. Krishna is coming in every day noon time. Every day noon time of Brahma, Krishna used to come. Every day of Brahma. Brahma's every day, you know, na? Brahma's every day is 1000 Chaturjuga. Only daytime, night time also another 1000 Chaturjuga. See, in 1000 Chaturjuga, in a day of Brahma, Krishna will come once. In the 7th Manu, this is the 14th Manu are there. The 7th means just noon time. Just noon time, Krishna will come for some time and to this earthly planet. He says, I will come and do some special superhuman activities that the devotees in this present situation, they will become happy, and in the future generation, the devotees will come. They will also become, how? They will become happy? Now by hearing. These things will be recorded. Whatever I am doing, Krishna says, whatever I am doing, people will record it. So, in the future generations, the devotees, they will hear it and they will get delivered. They will just by describing and hearing these things, whatever pastimes I have done, they will get delivered. So that's what in this Kalo Janishyamananam, in future Kali Yuga, the devotees, when they will come, their dukkha, soka, tamonudam, to take care of their dukkha, to take care of their soka, lamentation, to take care of their ignorance, I am performing such kind of superhuman activities, because by hearing these things, their things will be taken care of. They will get delivered. They will get benefited just by hearing this. And that is my anugraha. That is my anugraha. Apan bhaktanam. Not abhaktanam. Anugrahaya bhaktanam supunyam vyatanod jasaha. This my jasa, my this famous activities what I am doing, this pavitra jasa, supunyam, this is punya. Just by hearing Bhagavatam is best pious activities. Sunnatam sukhatam krishnam punya sravana kirtana. If somebody hear Krishna katha, that is the best pious activities. That's in Chaturmas or this Mas or Kartik Mas or Purushottam Mas. The best pious activities is Bhagavad Katha. Just hear Krishna Katha. No other activities can be compared with Krishna Katha in regarding piety also. The best pious activities is hearing Krishna Katha. So this is Supunyam Vyatanod Jasaha. The my glorious activities are considered the supremost pious activities, and just by hearing and thinking of it, describing it, reading it, hearing it, in future generation, my devotees will be getting benefited. So that's why I am doing all these superhuman activities. this is Kurukshetra Juddha, anyway, but you kill, by killing the demons, they are also get benefited. Krishna is supreme, absolute. Absolute is absolute always. If he will kill, it is good for you. If he will give you rasgulla, it is good for you. If he slap, it is good for you. If he abuse it, it is also good for you. Whatever Krishna do, it is good for us. We may not understand why he is dealing with different with somebody else, but it is always good for us, because Krishna is supreme, absolute. So whatever he do, whatever he perform, for all of us, it's good, only good. Krishna, even knowingly, he cannot do bad for others. That is his nature. He cannot. Whatever he do is compelled to do only good for others, because his Mangala Bhavana, Amangala Hari. His body, from starting from top to bottom, is full of auspiciousness only. There is no tinge of any auspiciousness. So whatever he do, it is do only for auspicious things. Even by killing demons, it is also auspicious, it is good for them. It is talking or whatever, any other pastimes, it is also for their good, for their auspiciousness. So that the Sureshware, the Brahma and Shiva, they cannot contemplate, they can't comprehend how it can possible. How, this is your bogus question. You cannot ask this how to Krishna. Krishna is Krishna. Yes. Brahma what, the Hiranyakasipu, he was super intelligent, because he was the gatekeeper of Krishna, Jai Vijay. Just think, to get a high class officer job, you have to qualify IAS, an administrative top job. And to get another job, you have to qualify. And to get a post in Vaikuntha, what kind of qualification you need? And they are the senior security in charge. Jai Vijay, they are senior security officer there in Vaikuntha Gate. And they must have vast intelligence. And when they asked boon from Brahma, Hiranyakasipu, when he first asked Brahma, can you make me Amar, immortal? Brahma said, please excuse me, I am not also. How can I give you something I don't have? So please excuse me, ask some other thing, some alternative. This is not possible. Then he said, okay, I know that. No, I am giving alternative. What alternative? He make a list. In that list, all sorts of things. Brahma saw the list, he understood this is 100% immortal. No way. But Brahma could think that this is not possible, how he will die. All sorts of things he asked in this list. But when time will come, and then Lord told, no problem, I will keep the Brahma's boon intact, and Hiranyakasipu's agreement also intact, and I will kill him. How can it possible? That I know. I know how to do it. And he did it. He did it. Satyang vidhatung nijabhritya bhasitam. He proved Hiranyakasipu's promise, truth, Brahma's boon, truth, Prahlad Maharaj's word, truth, Narad, everything, all the bhaktas, whatever they said, everything truth, and Hiranyakasipu died. That is only Krishna can do that. So nobody can ask why and how Krishna. So only the business is to surrender fully with whatever we have. Whatever we have, just surrender, prahimam jagadisa rakhya, that's it. So in Kali Yuga, we are in Kali Yuga, so-called in devotee, because somehow we are not devotee, but we are in an organization which is devotional organization, ISKCON, because Prabhupada was a fixed up a pure devotee. So his organization, anybody enter to his organization, somehow or other he will dragged to be a devotee. He will be dragged. That's what His Holiness Bhakticharu Maharaj used to say always. In all his instruction, he used to say, no matter whatever happen, no matter whatever problem, just stay in ISKCON. Drag to be in ISKCON within devotees association. That's it. You will get benefited. Just don't go out of ISKCON. That's it. That's how you have to take. Whenever you used to give initiation, that 4 vows, he will give you 5th vow. What is that 5th vow? Don't leave ISKCON. Because ISKCON is the only institution in this Kali Yuga where just staying here, you will get the benefit. So that's what the benefit he has said. At least this is the only institution where every day in time Bhagavatam class is happening. And no other institution is happening in time. This is the only institution. So all the devotees, they should come and take part in this part of activities, at least in this institution, hearing of Bhagavatam. And just by hearing half an hour, 1 hour, we will get supremely benefited. That's what told by the Supreme Lord here. He said, in future, the devotees, they will get the benefit because I am doing these pastimes and it will be recorded in Bhagavatam and they will hear it and they will get the benefit. That's what the special anugraha of Krishna, that is anugrahaya bhaktanam. Just by my anugraha they will become devotee. So to get this special anugraha from Krishna, we should attend everyday Bhagavatam class. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, yes.
Then when we know that karma in the Bhagavad Gita, if you do something bad, you're going down. If you do something good, you have an elevation. So Krishna is killing demons and even people who are inimical and cause some trouble to others, and then they achieve such a high platform of, going back to the spiritual kingdom. Why don't Krishna kill everybody and let everyone go back to God? They forget what they want. It looks like the demons lose their freedom because they're being killed by Krishna, or that Krishna special pastime, or how does that work?
Prabhuji is asking this very nice question. That if by killing the demons are getting benefited, so better Krishna should kill all of us. We will get benefit. Why you will do this chanting and all this business? Because we are not demon even. If we will become demon, then we can get killed by Krishna. Neither we are demon, nor we are devotee. So we have to choose what to do. We are not qualified to become demon that we can be killed by Krishna. Otherwise Krishna would have killed us. We are not up to that platform even. And not so that is in comparison to become what to become demon and devotee, it is better to become a devotee. Becoming demon, you have to do very high penance. The Hiranyakasipu, Ravana, they have gone through severe penance. And we cannot do Chaturmas, what to speak of that penance. So better to become a devotee. It is very simple. Yeah, by devotee you can eat barfi, malai, paneer sabji, whatever. So becoming devotee is very simple and simple. Yes, Davisikti Mataji. Mataji speaking.
We just had Rath Yatra, now we're talking about this come back to this temple.
Yeah.
So does he go to sleep during those 4 months? What happens?
Yeah, this Rath Yatra, Ashadi Ekadasi, he shows his Swarna base and he is going inside. And then in Vaikuntha he may be sleeping, but in this earthly planet, this is the extension counter here, in earthly planet, Bhu Vaikuntha in Puri, he may do some activities, sleeping, and because he has already slept for 15 days in sick bed, so now he will be active. But he is doing sleeping pastime in Vaikuntha. That's why Hari Sayana Ekadasi and Hari Utthana Ekadasi.
So they give darshan and that.
Yeah, because that is demigods, for the demigods. You know that 4 months, this is Dakshinayana and Uttarayana. The 6 months in demigods planet, that is night, and 6 months Uttarayana is day. So they are night time it is. So night time Krishna is whole night he is not sleeping. Narayana is sleeping Yoganitra only for 4 months, not for 6 months. So that is that. So that's why no Subha karma it will not take place in these 4 months. Because every karma you have to offer it to Lord, and Lord is sleeping. So that's why you can't do anything. But this is chanting and hearing. This is not coming under any karma. So you can do that. Yes.
So you said that Krishna doesn't have to do anything, he is not doing anything.
Yes.
But we see in Bhagavad Gita says that even a blade of grass doesn't move in the will of God. So how can we understand this? That Lord is not doing anything? Because whatever the activity we are doing is given to us by soul and soul.
I told Krishna has nothing to do, but he is busy in doing something. You heard that? This is your answer. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thanks so much. Maharaj, I have one doubt. In Chaturmas we says Lord goes to slave.
Yeah.
We are not supposed to do any auspicious. I am new in this organization, so I am just asking this. I am not aware of what of Shastras and all. So we are not supposed to do any auspicious thing. But in this Chaturmas, only the Janmashtami, Radhashtami, so many important festivals are coming.
Anything connected to Lord, this is not coming under Subha Karma or Asubha Karma. This is totally Bhagavat Karma. Don't consider it as auspicious or inauspicious. This is transcendental. Transcendental. Okay? Yes, that you can. Yes, that's with them.
Thank you, Maharaj. Maharaj, like in Chaturmasya says in the beginning, like because of rain and this and that, the normal people was not traveling. So now we have so many facilities, we can fly over the world. So it looks like that we are becoming more advanced than those people. It looks like that we become more advanced. But those people who are living in this Vedic, let us say, in Vedic, Bharat or Vedic culture,
We are considering this is their so-called advancement. They could have gone. Without fly they could have go. They have that yogic power, but they were not going. Okay? We are depending upon jantra. There are three kinds of things. Mantra, jantra and tantra. Three Shakti. We are in this yuga depend upon jantra Shakti. Before that, there are tantra Shakti. Before that, mantra Shakti. Yes. They're more subtle, more subtle. It's a kind of tantra, tantric, and top of that is mantra Shakti. Yes. They are advanced in mantra. Yes. You want to ask something? Okay. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय।